In Campbell River at the John Hart Generating Station. This is Go Island. Go Island is on location today at the John Hart Generating Station to begin with, and then we're going to move to the construction zone of the BC Hydro project way up at the top of the dam. Now, the number one thing in all of these construction zones, the hospitals or here at the dam and up at the generating station, is safety. So before every shoot, before when we get ready to go out, I have to get all geared up in a safety vest, steel toe boots, which are on their way, and a hard hat, because I'm getting it all tangled. Let's try this way. Okay, I'm gonna put that on while you guys are watching this story. Marjorie. But there we go, hard hat, vest, and I'll get this on before we come back. Oh, and when we come back, actually that's gonna be another couple of things. Okay, so we're gonna watch this story from the Comox Valley, then we're gonna come back and do a little interlude, and then we're gonna watch a story in Comox Valley. Then when we come back again, we're gonna have Stephen Watson with us, who is the expert in all things BC Hydro project. So have a look at this. We'll be right back. I'm going to try to untangle myself. Oh, I think I got it. There we go. Oh, no. I think I need some help. Gord, can you stop filming and come and help me? Because I think I need some help. Oh, wait, here we go. No. All right, see, I got the vest on, steel toe boots have arrived, I'm pretty happy. I'm all set to go up to the construction zone, up at the top where the penstocks are. It's going to be very interesting, great big, massive machinery, and Stephen Watson is gonna give us a little tour. He's the communication officer for BC Hydro for this entire project. So we're gonna have a look at this story from Comox Valley, but when we come back, Stephen Watson.
Safety first.
That's how I started this show. Safety first. I'm Mary Ruth Harris. This is Stephen Watson. We're talking about how we are geared up and ready to go because on these construction sites, it is safety first. In fact, we have to have a site orientation first.
Yeah, 10-minute site orientation. We sign a step back card.
Okay.
And so being aware of what's happening, construction activities, moving equipment, and so safety is very important to us.
All right, so we're gonna go do that, but first I want to talk about what we're seeing here. So behind us is the John Hart Generating Station and the towers. What are those called again?
Surge towers.
Surge towers, those are the surge towers. Now, what of that is gonna be left when this project's over?
Well, one of the challenges is they need to build a brand new replacement station while the existing one is running. And it's 68 years old, so we can't have too many vibrations like that, and so far so good.
Okay.
So the 3 surge towers, 2 will be removed. The one that'll be standing is the one closest to the left here.
Okay.
The penstocks will be gone, the generating station will be gone. And so basically it's all going underground. So from an environmental footprint point of view, that'll be a good thing.
It'll be a really good thing. And in a couple of weeks, we actually get to see what's happening underground.
Yeah, we've got 2 underground portals or entranceways into the new generating station, so we're excavating all that rock, so we'll be able to get a good first-hand look at that.
Awesome. So we're going to head up to, where are we going exactly?
Well, this is kind of the lower site where the generating station is located, and we're going up about 2 kilometers to the John Hart Dam, where there's a Butcher Lake Road bridge goes across the penstocks. We're going to check out some of the activities that are going on there.
Now, the reason we're going there is not only to see the site, but also because that's going to be closed shortly.
That's right. It's one of the project impacts. There's a lot of benefits to this project, but that one's a bit of a challenge where the Brewster Lake Road across the John Hart Dam will be closed for up to 3 years starting in April.
In April,
so we've put a lot of notification out, and thank you for this too. This helps get the word out. There's the normal bypass, but we can talk about that too.
Okay. And that's also going to impact the new Elk Falls suspension bridge because it's nearly complete. We were there last week. And so you won't be able to go in any longer to
Well, you know, we thought about that, and actually because the road's closed, we created a new access road and parking lot, 80-spot parking lot, bus parking, in John Hart Interpreter Center, and that's a new entrance into Elk Falls. So actually the suspension bridge wouldn't be able to happen without that parking location. So we're working great with that. So no, you'll be able to get access to Elk Falls, just a different route.
Okay, awesome. All right, well, we're going to take a short break. We will be right back. Go Island is on location at the BC Hydro project. We are now above the John Hart generating station, and in behind me are the penstocks that come down. And there's a lot of excavation happening. We're going to be able to see that in a couple of weeks, where we actually get to go right to the edge of the tunnel and have a look in and see what's going on. Hopefully there won't be any aliens. And yeah, love these big machineries. So next time when we come back, we're going to have Stephen Watson with us again. And right now, we're going to have a look at this story, but stay right where you are. Those surge towers are at the John Hart generating station. We're now on the back side of them, again with Stephen Watson. Now, Stephen, we are now on the back side of the John Hart generating station. We're up higher elevation, and then we're going up there to the top. But what is that we're looking at right behind us?
Well, that's one of the two underground portals.
Okay.
It's going downward into the rock, and the deepest part's about 25 meters.
Oh, wow.
From the top to the bottom.
Okay.
And then at the base of that is where the tunnel is. The tunnel is 6 meters in diameter. That's going to go in. And then on the other side of the penstocks, there's another underground portal.
Oh, okay, cool. So it's like groundhogs. You're just drilling into the ground.
It's like a mining operation.
Okay.
300,000 cubic meters of rock. It's about a year and a half, yeah. So it's
wow.
Get the rock out, and then we start building things.
Okay. Now, you've got people doing this. How many people are on site?
Well, InPower BC is the contractor, and that components consists of S&C Lavalin and Aecon, Frontier Kemper, and companies like that. So they have about 185 people working in Cam River. So a site office on Highway 28 and Highway 19, the office here, and the construction site. There's also, of course, where we're going to go to up top. There's some activities there. So it's really starting to get going here. We're about, they started in the spring of 2014, and it's going to go to the end of 2018.
Okay, awesome. So you're going to stay with us, and we're going to head up to the top there. Okay, we're going to take a short break, but when we come back, we'll be way up there. We have arrived at the John Hart Dam, which is way above the John Hart generating station. Stephen Watson is back with us. Tell us what we're looking at behind us. This is unbelievable. This used to be forested, level hills, and now we have a construction zone.
That's right. The trees have been removed, and so right here we have a laydown area for the construction work, and they're also working on the footings and stuff for a steel Bailey bridge. Basically, the existing Bruce Lake Road Bridge was built in the 1940s. It's got weight restrictions, so we're building a replacement bridge through InPower BC to haul that equipment across.
Okay.
And so that's leading up to the road closure in April of this year.
Now, once the road is closed, they can't come down this road at all anymore.
That's correct. It'll be closed across the John Hart Dam, so the entrance, Elk Falls and so forth will have to be through the access and parking lot, the Interpreter Center, to get in. So Elk Falls access will always be there.
Okay.
But certainly for people through vehicles, they'll have to use an alternative route, which is basically going through Highway 28, Highway 19, Gordon Road area to get around.
Oh, okay. We're going to have to do that, Gord. We're going to have to go on a little cruise and show that off. Now, how much longer is, how long is this part going to be under construction, the upper part?
Yeah, so we started in January with the tree removals and the earthworks.
Okay.
And so basically it's about 3 years of work. So part of that is to install a cofferdam at the John Hart Dam itself, put in works through the dam, then down to the tunnel and downstream. So it's about 3 years of activity will take place here.
Now, is this dam going as well?
No, it's people call it the John Hart Dam project, but we're not really doing anything to the dam. It's all downstream of it. So the dam itself is really not much is happening to it. It's all remove the penstocks with underground tunnel and of course underground generating station.
Okay, and we're going to get a chance to see that underground tunnel in about 10 days, right?
You'll be able to see that tunnel.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Now, normally you've had some really big machinery in here moving all this earth. Do you know how much earth was moved from this location over to the other side?
We've been just shaping things, and we've bringing some of the rock here is actually from the tunnel.
Oh, okay.
just to help things out. So it's
Yep.
kind of using the materials we've got on the site, and every now and again have to bring stuff in from off-site. But
All right.
bit
Very
of a
cool.
mixture there.
Okay, very cool. So we're going to have a look at this story. We'll be right back. Oh, if these boards could talk. This bridge has been here since 1946, and I'm sure it is full of very interesting stories. And you know what? If you're one of the people that has one of those stories, let us know about it, because we'd love to hear if anybody's got a story about this old bridge from 1946 that runs over top of the penstocks here on Brewster Road. So that's it for our show today. Now this is the weekend show, Friday and Saturday and Sunday. And on Monday, Stephen Watson's going to be with us again, because there's a little bit more to talk about. There's a lot to see with this project, and it's really interesting, and there's so many different elements to it. So stay tuned for that. Have a fabulous weekend, and we'll see you on... Oh, and want to remind you, go to the Courtenay website, the City of Courtenay website, to nominate Citizens of the Century. It's really important. You only have until March 31st to do that. And that's, yeah, so put that on your to-do list for the next couple of days, and we'll see you next week.